Welcome to the Bear Fam Show with your hosts, GareTheBear and Chloe. Here on the Bear Fam Show, we talk about a lot of random things that you guys might enjoy. So if you do enjoy, subscribe to the channel for more. And without further ado, let's get right into today's episode.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another installment of the Bear Fam Show podcast with your hosts, GareTheBear and Chloe. Welcome back. How you doing, Chloe?
I'm tired. Just woke up from a nap.
There you go. So today, I have a little bit more of a concrete topic to talk about today. We are going to be talking about some stories from our childhood, younger days, that kind of thing. So, without further ado, I'm just going to jump right into the very first story. All right, so there's a scar on my face, right about somewhere. Anyways, there's a scar on like the upper, like the cheekbone area. And so the story about how I got that, I was about five-ish years old. And
Oh, you were younger than that.
Was I? I
Pretty
think I was
sure.
4.
Pretty
I think
sure.
I was 4.
This
I was
happened
4.
did this happen
No,
in
I was 4.
Jackson?
I was 4. I was 4, 100%.
Did this happen in Jackson?
It did not. I said it happened in Iowa. It was 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 4 years old when this happened. And what happened was I was sitting on the couch, right? I was just being goofy. I was sitting on the couch. And what happened was I had my I don't remember where it was. I don't care. But anyway, I had my shirt over my knees, kind of like, like curled up in a ball, And I was sitting on the couch. I was rocking back and forth. I was just rocking. All of a sudden, my weight kind of shifts, and I go face first into the corner of our coffee table. And my face gets cut open. There's a little hunk of fat sticking out, and I'm just bleeding. Well, I'm not really bleeding. Like, there's not much blood coming out. There's just a little bit. And so my dad is home with me, and he comes in, and he sees me, and like almost passes out. And he calls my mom up at work, and he's like, "Yo, Garrett's like his face is cut open. Like, we got to take him to the doctor or whatever." And so she comes home from work, and I'm just kind of sitting there. And she looks at me, she's like, "Dude, bruh." So I'm just sitting there, I was like, "Yeah, what's up?"
Yeah, we're just playing. Doing
Just
our own
chilling.
thing. Dad's in
Just
the corner about to throw up.
Yeah. So we go to the doctor, get myself all stitched up, all good to go. It's like pretty much that's pretty much the story, honestly.
Mhm.
Yeah. What you got?
My Stitches story.
Oh, yeah. A story of our injuries in our young childhood life.
Honestly. Ooh, you should remind me of another one I'm going to tell when it's
Let's
my
go.
turn again.
Let's go.
Okay. So, mine happened when I was about 7, I think. At this age, we usually spend the summers at our grandma's, our mom's mom. And, excuse me, I'm tired.
Yeah.
But, I think I was about 7. We were out in the woods behind my grandma's house. Were you there when this happened?
I believe I was somewhere in the vicinity. I wasn't like actually participating in the actions, but I was somewhere.
I'm pretty sure it was probably all 5 of us.
We were all out
So-
there shenaniganizing.
Yeah, so it would have been me, Garrett, and our 3 cousins from our mom's side.
Yeah.
So my oldest cousin, Jacob, finds a pile of glass.
I think what happened was like at first we were all throwing it at a tree. We were
The way I remember it, Jacob was throwing glass at a tree. It missed because I was right next to the tree that he was throwing it at. He missed. He hit my leg.
Mhm.
Sliced my leg open. I don't remember if y'all were throwing it.
See,
too.
here's how I remember. I remember that exact same, but we were all in the throwing action. We had that same pile. We were all throwing it at a tree, and eventually we kind of stopped, and then we were walking around, and then Jake found another piece, was throwing it at the same tree, but you were walking next to the tree, and he hit you.
Okay, maybe that's.
So it was like kind of like an aftermath thing. Like we were
Yeah.
all participating in the act of throwing
I don't
glass.
remember throwing the glass. I think it was just y'all.
It might have been just us because we were into stupid stuff.
Yeah, I did mess with random broken glass I find in the woods. But anyway, so he hits my leg. I'm bleeding a lot.
I remember you were wearing like little white socks. I remember seeing them.
I
Like,
was
all
wearing
red.
white socks, and they got hella stained.
Yeah.
Grandma flipped out. Absolutely flipped out. And so then we had to obviously go to the doctor. I got stitches put in, which I don't really remember hurting that much, getting them in or getting them out.
No, I believe yours were just on your ankle. Like they were just barely anything.
I don't remember. Okay. That's the end of that story.
Well, you had your other one. I don't have one, so you go ahead. You have that other story.
My other story. This is fast forward a couple years. I think I was probably about 11 when we lived in Virginia.
Well, you were in 3rd and 4th grade when we went there. You were no.
Okay,
11.
so then we were like 9.
Well, you were probably 9 or 10. Yeah.
9 or 10. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So we lived in this nice little suburb area in Virginia. We lived in a nice townhouse. And we had just gotten our bikes back from somewhere. And
I remember this story.
Okay, so what happened was we rode our bikes just like around our little neighborhood, and there's this hill of like a concrete hill leading to like a woodsy area. I go down the hill, my brain turns off for a second. I forget how to ride the bike. And I'm sitting on the bike with like my legs out, not even on the pedals. And I obviously lose my balance and wreck. I scratched up my knee and my elbow so badly. Garrett was convinced that there was skin on the ground.
I saw it, dude. I swear I saw it.
I'm pretty
There's
sure
a little patch of skin on the asphalt.
I'm pretty sure that's just pollen you saw.
I was freaking 7. You never know what I was talking about.
You're right. But yeah, I remember healing from that injury, and the scab was like this thick.
Oh yeah, those thick scabs, man. You just want to pick those right off.
I know, it was awful.
Just-
And I was a picker when I was a child, so it was definitely getting picked.
Oh, yeah.
Not good. Don't pick at your scabs. That's your skin healing.
If you want to pick at anything, pick at your real skin. Just
No, don't even do that.
oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You remember that little park we had back there? It was like behind our house, like a little ways. There was that park that had like the swings and stuff, and it was like the shredded rubber as the mulch or the it was like shredded tires.
Nice area.
That was so fun. And like I remember like right behind it on the back side of the swings, there was like a ravine.
Yeah, there's like a huge.
And it was always
ditch.
scared me. I always had the irrational fear that I would fly off the swing backwards and like fall in there and die.
Oh, okay.
Well, like I don't know. It's just like you'd see like you'd be swinging really crazy, and you'd look back, and there would be that really big hole as you were swinging.
It was probably big to your 7, 8-year-old mind. It probably wasn't that big.
I don't know. It seemed pretty big. But yeah, it was kind of scary either way. That was a fun park though. Those swings, if I remember correctly, those were like really good swings. Like you know how some swings
was really good.
You know how some swings hang too low and like your legs scrape the bottom? They were like higher. So like you get on and just go and you'd be able to go crazy. Like it was one of the best swings. And there were some like at our elementary school, like kids would loop them around the top to get them a little higher, but then they wouldn't work the same and teachers were getting mad at you. So like this never worked it.
All right, let's steer away from injury stories because those are kind of gross.
Yeah. I was talking about the park. There's no injury involved there.
I know, I'm just saying.
Gosh.
Dude, we have these stories all the time whenever we are like actually like talking. Why can't we think of any right now?
Yo, I don't know. Okay, let me think. You remember our basement there? Our basement in Virginia. We had
The
like
basement in Virginia was the bomb.
it was the actual bomb. Like we had Legos down there, like nobody's business. We had so many freaking
We
Legos
had a
down there.
TV. We had like a nice setup for the TV. We had the futon.
Or the
We had
futon, we
the
had the computer.
futon.
We had the
The
computer.
desktop computer with like high speed internet, which we couldn't
That
take advantage of because we were small beans.
dude, man. Imagine if we had that now. We'd be like banging. Like
Honestly,
crazy YouTube, like everything. I remember
yeah.
like the very first YouTube video we ever watched was that Lego Star Wars thing. You remember that? It was like Darth Vader and a stormtrooper, and they were Legos and it was stop motion. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Oh, it was so funny because it was like I forget what it was called, but it was so funny because like it gave us the wrong idea about YouTube. Like this video had so much cussing in it and like so much bad reference, but it was actually super funny. I don't remember what it was called. It was I'm trying to think. I can't. It was okay. Darth Vader's lightsaber had dead batteries,
Oh
and
yeah.
he handed it to the stormtrooper, and he said, "Here, change the batteries." And he's holding the lightsaber blade. He goes, "Hush, hush, 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 hush."
Yes.
And then
Oh
then he
my
changes the
God.
batteries, gives him the new one. Oh, I got it. Do you remember what
We
that's
gotta
called?
no,
Do you
but
remember what that's called? Oh, it was so
I'm
funny.
sure if you could like just search up Lego Star Wars
Like
Stormtrooper Darth
Darth
Vader
Vader
stop
dead battery
motion,
or something like that.
yeah,
Oh
or
man,
something like that.
I want
I'm
to
sure you
find
could
that
find
because
it.
that was good. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
That was so good. But
Dude,
that was like one of the first YouTube videos I ever remember actually watching.
yeah. Interesting things happen in the basement.
Dude, in the basement, we had tons of fun with that. That futon, man, we spent many nights down there on that futon.
I remember learning how to play chess in that basement because we were
Really?
playing it. No, we were playing it, okay? And we thought it was just like checkers. So we were playing it like checkers. And then dad comes downstairs,
Like,
looks
what are you
that
guys
like
doing?
he comes downstairs, we're like, yeah, we're playing chess. Completely wrong, but we're playing chess. And he looks at your pieces, like the ones you killed, and like he saw like my king. He's like, well, Garrett, you already won. And I'm like,
Yo, I don't remember that. I literally do not remember it at all. Like in
I
the
remember
slides, I
that
don't
was
remember that
funny because
story.
we were being stupid.
Dude, we were
Okay,
stupid all the time, bro.
like okay, same basement.
Same basement.
Same basement. We were watching the fourth movie of Indiana Jones. Okay,
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It's a banger.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And then if you've seen it, um, the part in the movie whenever they finally meet Marion again, and she's like getting dragged by like the old like the bad people. And she's
I
like,
think there was the Russians in that KGB.
I don't remember who are the bad people in the.
It was the Russians in that movie.
Okay. But she was like struggling and saying like get your hands off me, and then like she said, get your hands off me, you're something something son of a bitch, and we couldn't quite understand what she was saying. She's like, what? We're like, what is she
I remember we
saying?
thought she said something about fish.
Yeah, and then we're like the smart little brain people that we're like, let's turn on the subtitles. Let's turn on the words. So we did that.
Yeah, they were the words back in the day.
Yeah,
they
we
weren't
didn't call them
subtitles. They were the words.
They were the words. So then we turned on the words. We fast forwarded back to that part, and then we saw the she.
You mean we
said,
rewinded? We rewinded back to that part. We didn't fast forward because fast forwarding
okay.
isn't playing.
I guess you're right. Okay, it doesn't matter.
We sped.
We sped to the part again, and then we saw that she said, "Son of a bitch." So then we, as small children, we just kept repeating it and repeating it loudly. So then Dad comes downstairs. He looks at us like,
what
hi.
are you?
He's like, hi, and we're like, hi, and he's like,
we had no clue. We were so innocent.
I know. We were like, well, we were sheltered children, I think. But then he's like,
No, we were 7, Chloe. We were 7 and 9. No kids, like not a lot of kids know curse words then.
Fair enough.
Like that's young, dude.
That is young. But he comes down. He's like, I heard you all cussing, and we're like, what? Oh, we didn't know that. So that's the story of how we cursed our life away. And now,
I remember that same house.
Hey, basement.
No. It was in my room. And I was getting ready for bed. I was getting ready on school night. And I was laying down, getting ready to go to sleep. And Dad was like, "Hey, Garrett, did you brush your teeth?" And I said, "Damn it. I didn't."
I do remember that.
And he's like, "What?" And I go,
Nothing.
He's like, "Just go brush your teeth." I said, "Okay."
Okay. Oh, this isn't really much of a story, but I just remembered this. You remember our little MP3 players that we had?
Oh,
that
yes.
You could like voice record.
Man, we had some banger recordings on those.
Okay. The one I
we gotta
remember
find those and put the recordings on the computer and like listen to them again.
Oh God.
We gotta see if
I
we can
still
actually.
have mine's in my room at home.
I don't know where mine is. It's been I haven't used that thing.
It's probably in the basement somewhere, honestly. But
be.
anyway, so one recording that I remember we doing. It was when we first moved into our current house, and you were in your room. I was in my room.
Oh, I remember this one.
You kept making weird noises, and I kept like encouraging it, and I recorded it. And then Dad goes, "Quiet, please."
I don't remember that one.
Oh, which
I was
one
thinking
are
of
you?
the one where we were doing dumb stuff, and I was laughing, and I hit my head on the side of my bed, and you hear it go. Boom.
That's the same one. That's the same one. Not the same recording, but like the same like session.
Oh yeah, the same session, but like that's the recording that I remember distinctly.
No, that was so funny.
I said, what was I saying?
Just random gibberish.
And they go, I said, ow.
Yeah. Back to the Virginia basement.
The basement. That basement was good, dude.
The scariest moment of my childhood. We were on an interesting like Indiana Jones, Star Wars kick whenever we were that age, and
Lucasfilm, all day, every day.
Because that was like our first ever Lego set was Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And then we dreamed of having the Death Star.
That was such a dream, bro. That was.
But anyway, we were watching Revenge of the Sith, okay? And I don't remember exactly what scene it was, but it was like a really creepy picture of the Emperor. The power goes out. And we were downstairs, so it was really dark. The computer made noises because that's just how it does. And then we're like, what?
We had no clue what was going on.
We were scared as hell. It was insane.
I remember the same basement. Remember that sliding glass door we had to our little backyard? Yeah. The neighbor right across from that. Was that lady, that creepy lady that would stare at us? Or was it an old dude?
I think it was an old dude.
I think it was a dude, but he would just sit over there and stare.
Oh my God, how the heck?
No, because here's what happened. What we would do was we would be, being little annoying kids. We would like wave and like be annoying, and he would just sit over there and look at us the whole time. And we would like come out behind the window and see he was looking and go right back.
Yes, kind of blind. Okay, I just remember the most iconic story of our childhood that I can't believe I didn't think of the first.
I think I know what you're thinking of.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead.
Iowa, Shenandoah.
Yes!
Yes! The mailman. Okay.
Oh, let's go.
For backstory, both times we lived in Iowa, we were homeschooled. So we were obviously at home the whole time. So we were outside playing. It was about 10, maybe noon, somewhere around there.
It was prime of the school day.
Prime middle of the school day. So now looking back, he was probably like a truancy officer or just some random ass.
No, he was the mailman.
He was an actual mailman.
He has his bag is the letter carrier could put mail in mailboxes. He had a bag with him all the time. I don't know.
But we were outside playing, okay, and he'd be like go to school and stuff, and we're like.
See, I feel like if he was a truancy officer, he would have done more to get us in school. Like he wouldn't have just kept telling us go to school. Like he would have said, "Hey, where are your parents at?" Like he would have asked us more questions directly. And instead of it being a last resort, going to our parents and asking them, like he would have been straight up like the first time.
Yeah, he was asking he was telling us go to school and stuff, and then we just ran and hid. I think.
Yeah, we ran inside and waited for him to leave, and then we just came right back out and started playing again.
Yeah, and then he came by a second time, and he actually kind of came up and talked to us, and we're like, "Oh yeah, we're just homeschooled." And he goes, "Oh,"
And he didn't believe it. I don't think he did.
and I don't think he did because the next time he came up, knocked on our door, and was like talking to our mom, and it was honestly like
I thought he was talking to Dad.
I thought he was talking to Mom.
Who knows?
I don't know. But yeah, it was creepy. And looking back at that now, that would not have flown today. Like, first of all, we would be outside playing by ourselves, most likely.
Well, it depends.
But yeah, that was
Now,
really
I think it was that same place. We had that little, I guess it was a basketball court across the street, but we always went over there and rode our bikes. It was either a basketball court or like a big parking lot that had basketballs there. Like it had like a dumpster. There was the dumpster, and then there was like just a big old concrete pad where we'd ride our bikes. And I think it was like more like a skate park thing where they had like the little crap that you'd like
describe the story, and then I could probably.
Well, the story, I just had a bike accident over there. I like fell and like I had my helmet on, but like fell and like hit my head or something. And if I remember correctly, I was wearing my Spider-Man costume.
Spider-Man. That would have been Iowa. Your big Spider-Man face.
Now, I'm pretty sure we were over there, and I had a bike accident, and it was just your average everyday bike accident. Nothing really happened. It's just I'm trying to remember that little basketball court skate area. I don't remember what it was. It was like this huge little thing, and we'd all go over there, ride our bikes, and there's like kids playing basketball, kids skateboarding, that kind of stuff.
I don't really remember that. But you just made me think of 2 more stories in Virginia.
Let's go.
Okay, so first of all, Shenandoah, that house was built in like the 1800s.
That was an old ass house.
That was an old house. So old that so we rented it.
I don't remember. I was so little, bro. I have no idea.
It didn't have enough rooms. At first, me and Garrett were sharing a room, but then he got booted into the laundry room.
We shared a room there.
Yeah.
When?
We had the loft beds. We had the very beginning. We had the loft beds.
Oh, that reminded me of another story in the loft beds.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. That was like one of mine. Okay. So anyway, Garrett lived in the laundry room for most of the time during that house.
I remember your room was like you'd walk in the front door and yours was directly to the right.
Yeah.
And our living room was to the left.
It was a nice room.
It was pretty sizable for a little 9-year-old child. Or 6
okay, you tell yours now. I know exactly what it is too.
It was loft beds, and we were watching SpongeBob.
We were watching a movie.
And no, it was which one of us was on the top of the bed? Was it you that fell off?
Or was it me? Or what are you talking about? Someone fell?
Yeah, one of us was up on the top, bouncing up and down, like to the theme song, I guess. And we were jumping up and down, and then like whichever one of us it was, fell off the foot of the bed, hit their head on the floor.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No, I remember.
One of us did.
It was you.
See, I don't remember that. I don't.
You probably hit your head and forgot.
No, I don't. I think it was you because I remember crying. I remember like sitting on the floor. I was sitting like below the bed. You were on top. And I was like, what? I don't know.
What I remember was whenever we shared that room and had a TV in the room, we watched the SpongeBob movie. We didn't even get to the freaking movie. We were like laughing at the trailers or something. And then Dad comes in here like, nope, done. No TV. And we're like,
because we were laughing?
We were laughing really loud.
What time was it? Was it late? Yeah. See, if it was late, that makes sense. But like,
we were making fun of a trailer, and we kept like rewinding it back to that spot. So
dude, the AB. We had so much fun with the AB feature on those old DVD players.
Ooh, yes.
Oh
AB.
God, that was hilarious.
Another thing I remember. Oh wait, maybe not. I just think it's so funny that you lived in the laundry room.
Dude, I vibed in there, bro. I remember that same house. We just got home from the store, and I had a bunch. We were putting away all the groceries and the sodas and stuff. And I was putting away the soda. I was putting Pepsis in the fridge. And we had that little bitty kitchen. I dropped one. It hits the floor and then just starts spewing and spinning in a circle.
I'm so mad. I was not in the room for that. I saw the aftermath.
I think me and Mom were in there. Dad was out pulling stuff in, and you were out doing something.
I was doing something. Like, I was in a different room, and I missed it. I was mad.
It was pretty funny. It was kind of legendary, but it took a lot to clean up because it was.
I thought you were going to talk about the Pepsi you put in the freezer.
I've done that numerous times, and the same outcome. It's happened every time.
It blew up.
It blew up. I remember that in that yard, we had a lot of fun in that yard, that Shenandoah yard.
Ooh, whenever we wanted to dig the China.
Yo, that was a big hole we dug, dude.
That was a big hole.
I remember digging and I found a legit marble, like a little yellow marble inside the ground. And it was like 4 feet down. So like it wasn't just on the surface. Like I legitimately dug it up and found it. It was crazy. And we also found
remember the kids that lived like across the gravel road and we like had a rock fight with them?
No, that's wild, dude.
And then what happened was they came over to our side, like in our yard, and Mom and Dad were like, "Who the crap are these kids? Like, ask permission before you have people over." I also remember we had a tomato plant, or a couple of tomato plants, and when we moved from there to Virginia, we had one tomato. We picked it, and that was like our memento. We ate it like immediately, though.
I remember in that backyard, I think I had like an old walnut or something that just fell off a tree, and I buried it and attempted to water it. I watered it with Coke. I watered it with a can of Coke. I just poured it on.
Why that tree never grew?
Oh yeah, that was a tree that I poured it on.
God.
I was like, maybe if I give it Coke, it'll grow faster.
Oh my God. Why are you such a dumb kid?
That's big brain. I was creative. I was big brain. I wasn't dumb. I was different.
I had another really bad bike wreck in Shenandoah too. You remember the side where it was like the sidewalk and there was like that random board that was like next to the sidewalk? I like hit it. And that was the one that was my elbow. That was my elbow.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was the really gross, thick scab. My 5th birthday in Jackson. That was legendary.
I remember that because I was so jealous because you guys wouldn't let me play your games.
Yeah, why were we such mean 5-year-olds?
Dude, bro, I just wanted some attention, and y'all were just bitches.
Bro, it was my birthday.
Yeah, but I was.
No. I invited all my friends. I invited one boy.
Hey, what was that? What was his name? Noah. Something? Noah. He was a fast kid.
He was fast. That's why I had a crush on him because he was fast.
He was a fast kid. I remember you telling stories about him, man.
Yeah.
What was his last name? Like Goodson or something?
I have no idea.
I don't even know. It's been so long.
I got a fish for my birthday. That was a thing. Like our babysitter just gave us fish.
I remember my fish, Nemo. It's such an original name. I know. We had him
my
for a
fish
long
kept
time.
dying.
Yeah, see, my fish would eat your fish. You could tell where the dominant masculine energy was in that fish tank.
Garrett's fish.
Yeah.
But okay, Jackson again, kindergarten.
Oh, kindergarten.
I remember I was like a goody two-shoes student. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you were a snitch, weren't you?
We were in line to go back inside for recess. I wasn't paying attention. My stupid ass wasn't paying attention when I was walking. I run into a kid on accident. He goes, "She pushed me." I said, "I didn't."
And then you cried or something, didn't you?
No. First of all, my teacher confronted me in front of the whole class, so that wasn't smart on her. But she's like, Did you push him?" I said, I was crying so hard I couldn't even explain myself. So I was so scared that I was gonna be in trouble. And then she goes, "Go flip your card." I'm like,
"Oh, not the card." Oh
The
no.
first time I ever flipped a card, and it was the first and only time. That's a lie, but like the first and only time until like 5th grade that I flipped a card. And
Yeah, I flipped a card. I flipped a lot of cards back in the day.
she
I was
always
a not
she
nice
kept
child.
track of it on like a paper like calendar for the day.
Yeah.
She would circle the date in whatever color that you landed your card on. I
Uh-huh.
got home that day and mom saw it was yellow. So we were on the porch, like on the stairs. She's like, "Why did you flip your card today?" Again, I'm crying, can't explain myself.
Because this
Mom
kid was
probably,
an asshole and tried to get me in
yeah,
trouble.
exactly.
So stupid, dude. Like, man, that sucked being a kid. Like, putting so much stock into flipping a card.
I know.
Like, it was rough. I remember there was one time I was in like 5th grade, and this kid was sitting next to me. He was being so annoying. He was making me mad. And I would keep telling him to be quiet. And every time I would tell him to be quiet, the teacher would make me flip a card. Every time. And it got to the point where I was like, dude, shut up. And she goes, flip your card. And I got it to black. And that time, the very last time, I went back to green.
You went
I
back?
had
No,
flipped it.
no.
I had
was
flipped it
white.
so many times.
The
That
beginning
was
was
just a
white.
rough day. I wasn't feeling it that day.
The way that teacher did it, her first one was white.
Oh, it was white. I had gone
Yeah.
back to white or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I had completely done all of them. That's what happened.
Yeah, for that teacher, it went white, yellow, orange, but the orange had like 4 different ones, like however many minutes of recess you missed out on.
Oh, that was rough. Yeah, I remember it was like orange, and like there was orange, and there was another orange. It was like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, the whole thing.
And then
The office, and I was like,
no,
yeah, I'm
then
going some.
it went green, pink, back to white. And if you got back to white, that means, oh, you got to go to the principal's. But I don't think
No,
you did.
black was principal, and then back to white was like
A write-up or something.
like bad. I don't remember what happened. I think it was like ISS or something.
But
But like
that didn't happen. You were in 5th grade.
right, but I had gone back to white, and I was like, dang, I'm accepting this. I'm accepting going to the principal's office, and I never did. She never talked to me. She just said because it apparently looked like I hadn't flipped it at all. I guess was the thing, and I was a good kid in general. Other than that day, I was just telling the kid to shut up.
Yeah, she probably just realized this kid's having a bad day. Let's cut him some slack.
Exactly, and I had a lot of bad days in 5th grade because it was it was 5th grade. Who didn't have a bad day?
5th in like the time period between like 5th and like 8th grade.
Puberty.
Puberty. Oh Christ! It was.
That's a whole nother episode, dude. That's a whole nother episode. Goodness, that was interesting.
I remember. Okay. Looking back, why the frick were like that age girls so freaking petty? Like
Because they were that age girls, and that's what they did.
I was like, I lost friends over stupid shit. Like literally, like the stupidest shit.
Well, because kids that age don't have any like gauge of what's like
actually important.
Yeah, and they're just dumb in general, you know. Like you'll be getting in big fights over like recess, and then like hating each other over it. Like I remember one time it was like 5th or 6th grade. Me and Peyton got in a big fight over something.
You and Peyton Wild?
Yeah, for some reason we were like in a shouting match at recess, and we were just like I don't remember why, but we were in such a big fight, and we just like gave each other the silent treatment the rest of that day. It was crazy.
Dang, dude.
Yeah. Then we came back the next day, and it was perfectly normal. Like everything was fine.
Okay, well that's guys. Like they had better. They had more.
We just didn't care. We were like, this is stupid. Who cares? I remember it was like we would always line up like tallest to shortest to leave recess. I remember being like 5th or 6th in line, being like 5'3" or like 5'5" or whatever, like really small. But it was in like 6th grade, so. Actually, no, I was.
That's how tall I am now.
I remember because it was about that time I passed you in height.
Then
I was in 6th going to 7th grade. It was like middle of my 6th grade year. I got as tall and then taller, and then I just shot up to like 5'10".
Yeah.
I remember there was like a matter of like a month. I grew like 5 inches, or something stupid.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Like I blew through like 3 pairs of shoes. Like, it was wild.
Okay, I just thought of another story that needs to just be an episode.
All right, what's it?
The year Jake, Adam, Will, and Aunt Tracy lived with us. There's so many stories in that. It just needs to be its
Bro,
own
there
episode.
literally is so many stories in that. That was wild. What was that summer of, what year was that? That was my.
Jake was in middle school. I was in 6th grade.
Okay, you were in 6th grade. I was in 4th grade. So math.
Adam would have been in between us. He would have been 5th grade.
Yes.
Will.
How old were you in 6th grade? You were 12.
12.
So 8 years ago. 8, almost 9 years ago.
It was the
That would've been
second year we had our house.
It was summer of 2011, if I remember correctly.
Cool.
Summer between 2011 and 2012, and then the 2012 school year.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was something.
It was something.
It was good for the first couple months, and then we kind of hated it. And then,
Oh, buddy.
but it was, what was it? Just like a year.
Oh my
Like,
God! It was the
wasn't even that
longest
bad.
year of my life.
It's still like there was really bad times and there was really good times. Like, it was a whole mess.
It was mostly bad times.
Now, not entirely. Like, look back. If you just take a moment and look back a little more in depth, it's a lot of good.
All I remember is us arguing.
Well, because that was what we remember the most. But like,
Because that's what we did the most.
now we vibed most of the time.
Okay, y'all and I have vibed. I don't know about me.
You were antisocial. You just didn't really play with us because you never wanted to do what we were
I
doing.
was outnumbered.
Doesn't matter. We just
4 to
vibed.
1, guys to girls. I spent a lot of time with Mom during
Yeah.
that time. Spent a lot of time with Mom.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time playing Legos, dude. There was a lot of Legos being played that year. Holy crap.
That was the
It was
first
wild.
time in like ages that we had cable, so Cartoon Network all the time.
Boy, we binged some regular show, dude. Well, let's not get too far into that because that's a whole nother can of worms we got to do.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, oh, boy. Good stories, good stories. Any more stories you would like to tell before we sign off for the day? Dude, look at your face.
I know.
You said.
No, I think I'm out.
You think you got it all? You think you've done more damage today?
Mm.
I think that's going to do it. Thank you guys for watching today's episode of the Bear Fam Show podcast. Subscribe if you enjoy. And this has been the Bear Fam Show, episode 2. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys again next week.
We hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of the Bear Fam Show, and if you enjoyed, be sure to subscribe to this channel with notification bell turned on. That way you are always notified when we upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you all again next week. You can subscribe to GareTheBear's main channel using the link in the description of this video. You can also follow GareTheBear and Chloe on Instagram using the links in the description.